Alrighty, seems like we're good to go. Welcome back, everybody. I know we're in a bit of a little weird setup now compared to before, but we're back. This is mainly due to the fact that there's a whole ass update I'll get to on the main channel, just revolving things that happened. So we're kind of just here now. Might also be a bit loud because of the fan. It's very hot, right? So just gonna have to have that. It's kind of unfortunate, but anyways, we're back. We also have a different setup on the whole video, the timer, everything. Just the general circumstances. But regardless, for the fourth time, we are back. I did want to get to the Mob Psycho reactions before this, but I constantly forgot to actually watch it, and then I watched a whole bunch of other shit before I even got back to Mob Psycho. I'm still not even back at Mob Psycho yet. We'll get there eventually, and when I do, I promise there'll be reactions of it. I gotta get to it at some point. I do really love the show, so I should probably get back to it. But we'll see when that happens. Anyways, Thousand Year Blood War. I did, in fact, after the last episode, last time, read the manga and then finished it 2 days later. Very good arc, right? I can see where it's, rushed in some areas, like people say, but it was very good, right? I'm very excited to see all the changes that'll happen here and everything, as well as just having moments animated. That'll be very fun. Overall, there is going to be new shit, so, it's still worth it to actually react. I do already know about a few things that they showed in the trailers, such as one of the things in the novel. I haven't actually read the novels yet, though I do plan on doing so. So I'm very curious to see what the fuck is going on there, right? How that whole thing works. I did also hear about somebody else being in the trailer. I am aware of the person, but I'm not aware of their whole role and everything. That's also, a whole novel thing that I'll eventually find out. Overall, few things I know that's, interesting changes. I do remember hearing that some fights are going to get a little bit extended, or, general parts of them will have more and everything, or, key story moments, all that. So that's cool. Overall, though, I am very excited. And I feel like this should be fun. Hopefully, later down the line while we're reacting, we can properly have, the whole setup again and everything. Not really here. I mean, it's nice here, you get the posters, you get the sword. You actually do get the swords back there, so it is kind of worth it in a way. But it's not super great. I don't know, I did prefer the old setup we had, especially because the webcam wasn't like this, right? I could put it straight in front of me. Maybe that might be a good idea. I'll try that out next time, see if it works. Or rather, I'll try it out before recording, and then we'll see. But with that said, enough dilly-dallying. Let's just get into it, right? Timer should be on screen, obviously. So, should be good there. I'm going to try my best to absolutely, keep it up. And yeah, that's really it. So with that said, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. That should keep it up, hopefully. Because we're just going to go off the episode timer. It's fine. You know what? Yeah, I guess they looked like that on purpose. I was going to make a comment about how that looked. I guess that was on purpose. They look like that for a reason. Actually, this is a good way to keep the timer up, because if I do need to turn the volume down, because I have the volume up essentially as a way to keep it there, and this actually works, because if I need to turn it down, I can just turn it down, no problem. Don't have to do any extra steps. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Interesting. I see what they're doing. It actually kind of fucks with the subtitles a little bit, but that's okay. I can still read them, and that's what matters. So I heard this song, but I, haven't seen the visuals yet. It does look really good. There's like some really nice contrasting colors here and everything. Like good general style. I like this. I, weird thing to mention, I guess, but it's like I do really like when artists, whatever it may be, right, in some format, take a lot of fun like fashion and colors with the art and everything, like their characters. It's a lot of fun. That is both awesome and also really funny. This is like really cool. This is a really cool opening. Oh, Shinji. Oh my god, this is good. This is a good opening. Shit. Yeah, and then the. Yeah, oh my god. Oh, and he has the. Oh my god, that's perfect. Whoa. Oh, and that looks beautiful. That is a very clever opening. That is a very fucking clever opening. That's really good. I'm fine with watching the preview because I already know what happens. I'll look. This is also like one singular scene, so it's okay. Worst case scenario, if I have to, I might try and turn up the volume for me because it's actually not even lower. It's at the top, but I don't remember this scene happening in the manga. Because, yeah, I don't remember seeing Ichigo at all for like a while, right? He kind of gets both swords, then it goes like silent for him, pretty much. So this is interesting to see. I think what I'm most excited to see, just as a random point, but Core, like 3 and 4, are probably the ones I'm most interested to see because they might change up a lot there. They might. No guarantee, but. And this is where we left off, I assume. With, the last episode and everything. At the very end. I recognize some of these people. And by some, I pretty much mean all of them. With the exception of the, like, regular soldiers. Yep. So, if I remember correctly, from what I, like, saw, I think, this is where you're supposed to actually see Ishida's there, but it's because of the fact that, they obviously wanted to leave it off at a cliffhanger, that they kind of shoved that scene at the end of the previous area. I believe so. I might be wrong on that. But I believe it's like, this is where you, yeah, hear about all that. I forgot about that one. curious to see what they might add with Ishida, because I feel like they'll probably add a lot with him, right? If they're already adding scenes for Ichigo, they're probably going to add scenes for Ishida, and that's what has me really curious. And then, yep. I think this scene's actually really damn nice. I mean, it's a good contrast, but... That is, like, some crazy... Because I know, I'm not gonna bother pronouncing it, because I know I'm probably gonna fuck it up, possibly. But, like, the VA doing... I don't even remember her name. Smaller, short-haired, blonde girl. Like, the VA who also does, like, Tanya and shit like that. I don't know, I can't even tell that's her, because I knew that was her from my anime list type of stuff and everything, listing it. But I can't even tell. It's crazy. Some fucking range. God, Baz is so good. For anybody who, you know, might be seeing this for the first time or something like that, I don't know, for me personally, he's probably like the best out of all of them. There he is. These three probably are actually like my favorite, I would say. Actually, I don't know. I have to think about that a little bit. But those three are probably like high up. I will say there is some things I don't fully remember. Like, for example, I actually don't even fully remember if this was a conversation that happened. Probably did, but it... I mean, shit, might not have. But this wasn't here before. Mm-hmm. Alright. Hi. I have no fucking clue what happened. The whole ass video crashed. Not even, you know, the recording software. I would have assumed that, if anything. No, the video itself crashed. That was weird. So we're back. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I also had to flip it. You might notice that the camera's now flipped. I didn't realize that this was still flipped from before, from our previous setup. So now we're facing this way instead of the opposite way. A little bit weird, isn't it? That's kind of odd. There was probably a disclaimer at the start by now regarding that. Anyways, let's just get back into it, shall we? 3, 2, 1, go. I really hope this isn't something that's going to happen like every 10 minutes or less, because that's going to be very annoying. I might have to find a different way to open up the file. It did not look like there was that much blood in the cup before. I mean, I was like, God damn, he drank the whole ass thing in there. Our cup is clean now. It really is clean. That's some nice art. Ooh. Oh, I guess those are like the general, like, original ones who were fighting and all that. I see the shoes. Oh. I don't know if this scene was there. I don't think it was. He's jacked. Like, I guess he always kind of was, but like, oh my god, you can tell here. Oh. Wait. The fuck is happening? This is new, I think. Hold on. Hold on. I mean, of course, it's because we don't really see each cup, but like. I might have to make sure to take precautions next time, just to. So we don't have any, like, crashes or anything like that. I have to make sure. That's okay, though. There she is. Her first time back since essentially being comatose. The one thing I always found unfortunate about this whole thing, essentially, is she doesn't really get to speak to Urahara or anything like that. They don't get to have any conversation. They kind of just bring her back. And it's like a little unfortunate because it's like she's fucking comatose the last time we see her. I do kind of wish, you know, we could properly like see a general interaction, but it's unfortunate. Dude, I'm trying. I think we also don't see them for a while as well. I think it's like them and Ichigo we don't see for a while. Pretty much everybody who is up here we don't really see in the manga. We're actually gonna see him, huh? I mean, yeah, like I said, you know, we didn't really, but I am really hoping they change him up a little bit. I'm not gonna go into anything, but it's like a general thing with the manga where it doesn't feel like a whole lot for Byakuya. I'm hoping he gets a whole lot. Right. After everything that happened, I really hope he gets a lot. Oh, there they are. Feels nice to see, like, everybody who wasn't here before. And this scene was. I do remember this scene being in there. Okay, weird thing about that. I guess that implies like he already visited or something. Just general. But like, it's odd for them to call him. Actually, I don't know if I noticed if they called him like the head captain or if they just called him like captain of a specific squad. If they called him a captain of a specific squad, makes sense. If they said head captain, that's a little weird because he hasn't introduced himself that way. I don't even think they met a head captain. Right? If they know any, it'd be Yamamoto. And that's when. So this was actually a little bit of a weird story point, just a tiny bit. Uh, which I'll get into in a moment when they properly show it. I didn't even realize how long her hair got. Like, damn. Was it like that at the end of the Lost Agent arc? I don't remember. There it is. The passes. There's cars going off. So the passes are a little bit of a weird thing. Oh yeah, the soul tickets. Uh, they're a little bit weird because, from what I remember, nothing fucking happens with them. I don't feel like it's really a spoiler to say that. Just nothing really happens with them. So it's kind of odd because they're just given them and it doesn't really mean anything. I do hope they do something interesting with them here, but. And I can totally get why if nothing was done before. Somebody really better turn that car off. I can totally get why, considering the fact that it was, you know, rushed due to health issues for Kubo and everything. That makes sense. Totally fine. I just do hope they kind of don't just get introduced and then nothing happens. It might even be a novel thing that I don't know about. But to my understanding, he wasn't even the one who actually, like, wrote the novels. Like, the novel stuff is generally canon, but he didn't write it. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure from what I saw, it's not him. So nice interaction there with them. I do like that. I want Chad to get a lot. Oh, this. Okay, yeah. I guess this would happen now, wouldn't it? Oh, so that filter is gonna be, like, this red-blue kind of filter is gonna be over it. That was in some of the early trailers, but I was curious if they were actually gonna do that, or if that was just early trailer kind of looks. But I guess that is gonna be the look of it. That's totally cool. But yeah, what I was gonna say is I do hope Chad gets a whole lot. I do hope Chad gets a whole lot because he also didn't have very much with the manga. It's kind of unfortunate. So I'm hoping for a lot with him. Maybe not a lot, but at least something, you know what I mean? It's weird. Not much is, like, fully covered with this episode and everything, as to be expected. But it feels like so much happened. Like, that's how you know this is good. And I'm assuming that's it. Because oh, never mind. Well, it's just we're getting very close, but yeah. I can tell by the timer that I can see. The last 9 days, there we go. Ooh. Probably hear that ending as I speak. Oh, that is... Okay, I was like, cool. Yeah, no, that was really damn good overall, right? They already added a lot there, and I'm very curious to see what's, like, going on with the new shit. But this was good, despite the fact that, you know, it covers such a small amount, which is to be expected. Still very damn good, and I like that, right? That has me excited, because that means, like, you know, not only this core, but the next 2 cores are going to have a whole bunch of them that's just added and just animated super well and voice acted super well, all this sort of shit. It's really going to be great. Somebody really has to fix their fucking car. This is a really nice ending. I like the visuals and everything is nice. Like the kind of shadow over them. I didn't fully recognize one of them. Yeah, but like overall, it's damn good. Oh, that is, yeah. Actually, wait, did they? Oh no, that was a different character. I was trying to remember. I'm like, wait, didn't they already show Bambi? But no, that was somebody else. And there it is. I am curious if there's an after credits thing, but probably not. Let me get ready to pause it. Just in case. It's probably, yeah, just this. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. That's exciting. I do... That little poem there for fun. I mean, yeah, I know what's generally going to come next, but it does give me an idea for what we're going to see, and I'm excited to see that. That sword pattern... Actually, no, that might have been... Like, I'm just trying to think of, like, the hilt I saw there and everything. I feel like I know, but it could be somebody else, right? There's a chance. I don't know. That might be something I might just double check. Actually, no. It is who I think it is. It's whatever. At first I was like thinking like other characters, and I'm like, wait, maybe there's somebody else that I'm thinking of. No. All right, that was good. That was real damn good. I'm kind of curious because I might have to check how many chapters this covered, but I am curious to see how far we go from here, right? I was gonna say for a moment, I'm like, oh, I see 14 seconds left. No, I think that's just the general after credits, like, oh, here's a bunch of, like, company names and all that, I think, most likely. But, yeah, I'm curious to see how far we go from here, because this is gonna go up to what I only can assume to be essentially like 25 episodes in total, right? In total with Core 1 and everything. Unless we get another hour-long special, or somewhat hour-long special. That could happen. We get to 26 then. It could. I feel like that was only the previous time, though, because The Blade is Me kind of fits in there with the backstory stuff, so it makes sense to put them together, right? Or like release them at the same time, all that sort of shit. That makes sense. This is a little bit different, but then again, I don't even know how far this is gonna go, right? That's what I'm really curious about, is how far is this adaptation gonna go? And I can't even properly make an estimate, like all the way, because they're gonna be adding stuff, right? They're very clearly already adding shit with Ichigo that I assume we're gonna see, right? I don't think they're gonna off-screen that. I think that'll be on screen. We'll learn what's going on. And one of the Quincy's I know for a fact is going to get more to them. It might actually just be like how the scene is animated, but like that. I think that's what it is actually. But they might have a little bit more to them, just generally speaking. I do know, like I said, because of the novel stuff, that there is going to be more there. It's just a weird thing where it's like I don't know if I'm fully able to guess where this is going to end off. I feel like I might be able to, right? I think it's going to end at a very specific point in time so the next core can handle a certain like batch of stuff and then we have the final batch, right? But I don't know, they could go further. Uh, Honestly, I might have to check how far the first episode of 1,000 Year Blood War and like to Blade is Me, or like The Blade is Me, how far that went. That might tell me, right? Just a general range for how long it might be. Maybe a little bit less, because I guess it would probably be 12 episodes, not 13, but who knows? Right, maybe they'll do 14 again. But, yeah, I might have to check, like, the general range on that and be like, okay, this far to this far, so therefore, we'll get this much, right? If they're in the middle of a fight, of course, right, by the point that I see with an estimate, or something like that, they might obviously, go a bit further, because I don't think they're going to leave it off at that fight. So, yeah. Overall, though, that was good. We had a little bit of a problem there. That was kind of unfortunate. But that's okay. We hopefully won't have this problem again. If it does happen again, I will find means around it. But overall, that was pretty good, right? It worked out well. I hope the fan and all that sort of shit wasn't too loud for this whole type of thing and just didn't ruin all of it. And also the camera being flipped the other way because of the timer. It's starting out again, right? We're starting out again, essentially. We're starting over. So it's a little bit difficult, but you know what? That's okay, right? We can perfect it, shape it, all that sort of shit. Next time we might try the webcam right in front, just for fun, all that sort of shit. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, with that said, thank you all for watching. I will see you all with the next episode, I guess, and maybe a Mob Psycho at some point. At some random point, Mob Psycho Season 3 might be on the channel. Who knows, right? But with that said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all with the next reaction. Bye-bye.